Hello, this is Nick Vandervoort, the Technical Development Manager for the Midwest with Verdesian Life Sciences. And today is August 9th, 2017. I am actually outside of Washington, Iowa, and I am standing in a trial looking at different types of nitrogen stabilizers. And we're seeing some very interesting differences out here that I want to kind of showcase. To give you some background, the nitrogen in this particular trial was applied at a rate of 250 pounds of nitrogen per acre. As you can see from the residue down here, this is a corn-on-corn trial. So 250 pounds of nitrogen were applied as a split application. 50% of that nitrogen was applied at planting as UAN, and the other half was applied as a side dress application with UAN again. So the first treatment that I want to showcase is actually an untreated check. So that nitrogen did not have any nitrogen stabilizer applied with it. And it's very obvious here that you're seeing signs, telltale signs of nitrogen deficiency. We're seeing the V pattern along the midrib at the bottom leaves of the canopy. If you pan down the row, especially to the plants on the left, you see that nitrogen deficiency is actually gotten to the point where it's actually killing the tissue. So you got a lot of brown tissue down there at that other end of the plot. As we kind of pan up into the canopy, you will still see leaves up closer to the ear leaf. Not quite there yet, but closer to the ear leaf that show the same telltale signs of nitrogen deficiency. So this plot has suffered from nitrogen deficiency for quite a while, and obviously doesn't have enough nitrogen left to finish the season and maximize its yield potential in this particular plot. The other thing we notice is the stalk diameter here is not nearly as robust as what we are seeing in some of the other treatments. So I'm going to kind of move down the range here of this trial to another treatment. This particular treatment, same amount of nitrogen, but the nitrogen was treated with Nutrisphere-N HV. So the first thing you notice is there's much less firing. You still see a little bit, but not compared to that untreated. And just a much healthier canopy all the way up to the ear leaf and beyond. Stalk diameter here also is much more robust than in that untreated check plot. I'm going to move up to outside of the plot to some ears that we have collected across treatments and showcase some differences there as well. So as I have left the field, I just collected some ears from the middle parts of the plots at random, just so we could look at the different treatments here and do some comparisons. So this is the UAN treatments that did not have any nitrogen stabilizer, no Nutrisphere-N HV, and I can tell you these ears have a number of issues. If you see scattered throughout the cobs here, there's different areas where the pollination was not complete. There's also quite a bit of tip back at the top, just poor tip fill on these ears. Again, these are the ones that did not have any Nutrisphere or any nitrogen stabilizer. Now as I pan across, you'll see the ears from the Nutrisphere treated area to the right coming into view. The things that really stick out to me on that treatment is the ear girth, the overall size of the ears, the color. It's much more deeper yellow, and the other thing that if I can kind of zoom in here, you'll see that the silks that are still attached are dark brown. They're dried up silks. Whereas where we were in the untreated or non-stabilized UAN, there's really very few silks that are attached. Most of them actually came off with a husk. So physiologically, the Nutrisphere-N treatment, those ears pollinated much earlier. If I was estimating, I would say several days to maybe a week earlier. And physiologically, they're just a lot farther ahead than the UAN treatments that did not have any nitrogen stabilizer.